Hi, everyone. Just wanted to do a quick live about the workshop that I'm going to be hosting tomorrow afternoon, or is it morning? Well, afternoon for me, morning for you, which will be approximately 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's the Anywhere in Africa workshop. I have had success with that last year with the people who wanted to get some information and advice that they could take and go anywhere in Africa with. And that goes from anything from entrepreneurs to people in steeped in their career, different opportunities and different things that you can do right away to make your transition to Africa easier. Oh, hi, Pilar. How are you? Hi, guys. Yes. So I'm doing a Anywhere in Africa workshop. It is, you don't necessarily have to come to Tanzania. You don't have to come to East Africa. You don't have to come to Kenya. You don't have to go any of the places where everybody else is. You can actually carve out a piece of Africa for yourself and say, this is where suits me. But before you can do that, you need to have, there are certain things that you need to do before you leave. There are certain things that you need to prepare yourself for when you get on the ground. There are certain things that you need to put into practice and put into play before you leave. And there is a lot of things that need to be done from a professional level because you're leaving out of a culture where everything is provided for you and going into a culture where you basically have to build and make everything. And I think that if people are better prepared, then the transition to Africa will be much easier. The mental transition, understanding what is required of you as far as an entrepreneur, understanding what is required of you as far as a person, what is required of you navigating certain parts of the culture. You know, a lot of the people who you see who are successes and they're just staying, they're just in Africa for the long haul. A lot of people either have African ancestry or they also have Caribbean ancestry. I will take Juliet from the Gambia, for example, who has Jamaican Caribbean ancestry and has that deep root experience, that precursor to Africa. So like we got Africa 2.0 in the Caribbean, and it really goes to our mindset, to what we can accomplish when we get here on the continent. This is not to say that my Canadian and African American and British people also don't have the same kind of like grit or wherewithal, but this is a gritty place. It is not a walk in the park. It's not simple. However, it is well worth it if you can overcome some of the obstacles, the lifestyle that you're looking to live, the things that you're looking to do and accomplish in your self. Even if it's to say, I'm coming for a year, I'm coming to Tanzania or coming to wherever in Africa, I'm just going to be there for a year or two while I raise my children, while I write my book, while I, get my mind right, while I take this break, you know, even if that's just as long as you need to spend, you still need to have some kind of guidance to navigate and to introduce yourself into society. When you do a consultation with me, you're not just getting a consult, you're getting a full workshop. I go into details into who you are, your background, your children, your where you're looking to go, what you're looking to accomplish, your whys for making the move, all of the different types of things. And I go deep. I go really, really deep, and I extract all of the values that I can provide for you, in that conversation. And that conversation can last anywhere from 2 to 3 hours because I take the time to make sure that people get the information that they need in order to make a successful transition. So yesterday I did a live, and I talked about, a lot of people who came and they did not, they came and they left. They didn't consult with me. Well, guess what? A lot of the people who are still here are a lot of people who did consult with me. And I really will, go out and say that is true. A lot of people who have held on for the long haul did take consults with me, because it makes a difference. Your preparation makes a difference. And the things that I go into is not just a matter of fact to say, oh, you should come because this and this and this and this and this. It's not necessarily, true, as far as like you should come because of these reasons. What I go into is, why does it make sense for you and your family? Not necessarily just like you should come. What I go into is also opportunities that you can take advantage of while you're there and while you're here, and the different kinds of things that presents themselves for you to live a different lifestyle while earning an income from overseas. Because there are many things that you can do, but not a lot of people are aware or have the understanding of what they can do. There are a lot of powerful things that can be done, especially in this time. And so when I go through that, what I do is I navigate you with all of the information that you will need and all of the things that you would need for mental preparation as well. So I encourage people who are looking to come to the continent in 2024 to come to this workshop, sign up for this workshop. I charge $100 per person for this workshop. I'm doing it tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. For anyone who would like to participate, go ahead and send me an email to exodusafrica1@gmail.com. You do get a lot of value because of the kind of information that I provide. So I would, let me just put this in here at gmail.com. And the information that I provide goes for anywhere in Africa. Now, does it go for everyone? No, because not everyone should come to Africa. Africa is not for everyone. That is a fact. That is a truth. However, can Africa change your lifestyle and change the way you think about the world? Yes, it will. It is a very worthy experience, especially for your children. For those of you who don't know me, who are seeing me for the first time, I came to Tanzania 4 years ago, well, almost 4 years now, with a 4-year-old child on my own. I had a different level of preparedness, and I have a different why for being here. I'm a business development specialist, and I worked in the tourism industry for over 20 years. And I didn't like that, and I went into technology. I built an app for trading directly with Africa, and I did a tremendous amount of things. So I have a wealth of knowledge to share with people. I still provide consultancies to companies who are looking to invest in the travel and tourism development space. That is something that I do independently. So and I have set up a company here that deals with sea moss. So we process and export sea moss. So when I'm telling you that I have a very deep well on which I can provide you the knowledge and the know-how to navigate anywhere in Africa. It is not about, the kind of things that you see on the internet, this us against them, this we versus them, and this, there's a type of mentality that just doesn't get us far enough. And we need to be conditioned more to living and working in humility and in brotherhood and sisterhood with the native Africans. And that goes to your own mental well being. And if you are not prepared, it's like you're going on a trip and you didn't pack a suitcase. You cannot get very far without the things that you need from home if you did not prepare for that, right? It's one thing if you left your toothbrush, and it's another thing if you left your socks, and it's another thing if you left your bathing suit. But if you left your everything at home, you're not going to enjoy your trip, and you're not going to have a successful have at it. So what I am here to do is help you to pack the things that you need in order to make the journey successful. So for those of you who are looking to repatriate in 2024, I implore you, go ahead and send me an email, and we will set that up for you. So I can do this one-on-one, or I can do it as a class tomorrow, let's see, the 6th, 7th, the 7th of January, the first Sunday. Yeah, so first Sunday in January. That's what I have on my calendar. The first Sunday in January, I would like to do that workshop, because coming in the next few weeks, I will not have the opportunity, that the foreseeable opportunity. Maybe something will open up, I'm not sure, but I want to do this with the people who have been emailing me and the people who have been communicating with me about the workshop. It is extremely important that you're prepared. It's extremely important that you are knowledgeable, and it's extremely important that you also change your outlook on the things that you need to do. There are just so many things going on right now that we have to really get our ducks in a row, that if you want to make that transition from the United States to Africa, you are going to need to have some proper guidance. And for those of you who are not looking to make the transition from the United States to Africa, but you do need to figure out like what you are trying to do and trying to accomplish, and you're just hitting a brick wall and you can't see the trees for the forest. It's just all like bush, and you're just stuck in a place that you're trying to figure out how you're going to navigate, especially in the climate in the United States now. This workshop is also for you, because I go into detail about the things you can do anywhere. It's not just for coming to Africa, but it is very useful for those of you who are looking to come to Africa. So if you are also in West Side, Canada, United States, the UK, and you're trying to figure out like how to navigate certain things, sign up for the workshop. You'd be very surprised at what you know and what you learn. I have a tremendous amount of education, not just on paper, but also in real world, from real estate to mortgage broker to technology. I can get into it all with you. And for those of you who have taken the workshop, who have received the knowledge from the workshop, if you hear this or you see this, leave your comments about the things that you got and what you gained from doing the workshop with me, because I am legit a beast. I go in and I get the information that you need to make a success of your life wherever you are. So you don't even have to be coming to Africa, but because most of my audience are people who are looking to come to Africa, I'm going to tailor it that way, because there's a lot of things that need to be done psychologically, mentally, financially, before you can make the transition. Okay. So, a lot of people come with preconceived notions and preconceived ideas and romanticize Africa. and romanticize, let's see. Thank you so much, Pilar. Thank you. Go ahead and send me that email. So Pilar is saying that, she's not repatriating, but she's retiring, and she would like to take the class. Thank you so much. So, the thing is, there is a lot of people also retiring. There is a lot of people who are couples. There are a lot of people who have children. There are a lot of single people. There are a lot of people at different stages in their life. So what I do is I tailor the experience for every single person. So I get into the details of the things that you can do. And you'd be very surprised now of all the things that are available to you that you didn't even think of or you're not even aware of. And as for if someone is looking to retire, there's a lot of things that you can do online now to gain passive income, especially if you are looking to travel. There's a lot of things that can be done if you want to become that digital nomad. There are so many opportunities out there. So I want to prepare people for anywhere they want to go. Even if you don't want to come to Africa, but I get into the psychological part of moving to Africa because there are certain things that you will have to get accustomed to not having, right? I talk about this all the time. I talk about Amazon, like, I miss Amazon. I miss Amazon like so bad, because I think when they invented Amazon, they were thinking of me, because I hate shopping. I hate going places. I like click, 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 buy. That's my thing. So we ain't got no Amazon out here. And that does a lot. It's like a chunk of me that's missing. But is it worth it? Yes. Who needs all of that stuff anyway, right? So you have to get into a place where you can overcome the uncomfortable to have a comforting lifestyle, right? It's comforting for me to look out the window and see the trees. It's comforting for me to be able to, walk my daughter into the garden, into the grass. Those things are comforting to me, right? And it's not a hard world of cement and glass and pavement and asphalt and traffic, and it's a natural world. And you go through something when you leave from that kind of world, because that world also has hardness to it. Because the world is so hard, the mentality of the people are also hard, and because you have to be hard. And so you have this kill or be killed, or get them before they get you. So you're coming so tensed and weaponized, and you don't even realize it, that it's like you're walking on edge with a loaded gun, because you are leaving out of the society, this abuse society, and going into an environment or a different realm where there are birds and it's grass and it's green and people are smiling and people are talking to you nice. And you start to think, well, why are they being so nice? They must want something, and those kinds of that kind of thinking is unhealthy and unhelpful. Because if you think someone is always out to get you, you're not trustworthy, you're not kind, you're not treating people well. And if you are not putting anything positive out there, you're not getting anything positive back. Okay? If you want to receive, you have to learn to be a good giver. If you want to receive kindness, you have to learn how to be kind, and you have to learn how to get on a human level. And unfortunately, we coming from the West, we are not conditioned that way. We're not conditioned that way. And, it's very hard to come from there and say, with that mentality, to apply here. And so these workshops are essential. They're important to navigating and communicating, and just being a different kind of person to get things done. Out here in Africa, people want to do for you if you appear to be a nice person. If you are not a nice person, no one is going to stick around. No one is going to do anything. Nobody is going to go above and beyond. No one is going to try their best for you if you are not a nice person. Doesn't mean you always have to be like this superficial, super sweet person. No, no, everybody has their bad days, but what it means is you have to be a genuine person, and these African folk, they can pick up on that. Okay, so just some of the details that we're going to go into. That's just some of the things, and then earning an income. Not everyone is an entrepreneur. Not everyone has the resources or the wherewithal or the knowledge and the know-how or the grit to go through some of the things that you have to go through in Africa, right? If you are going to Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Togo, a lot of this stuff is hard. A lot of company registration, getting the documentation that you need, getting all that, it takes a while. It takes even a while in Jamaica. It's really, really tough out here. If you go to places like Rwanda, it might be a little bit faster for you to get things done as far as paperwork is concerned, so you have to figure out what you're trying to do, but not everyone has those resources. So what I'm doing is preparing people or providing information for people of the things that they can do wherever they plan to go. So they can be going anywhere in Africa and still be earning an income and preparing themselves properly for their transition. So these workshops are important. I am not sure what my calendar looks like in the weeks to come. I have an Indiegogo campaign that I'm running that I have to be on top of now that the holiday season is over. I have, a grant that I've just completed. I have a ton load of paperwork. I am buried in paperwork, basically. So, tomorrow is the best day. However, if people can't come, we go back and forth until we get a schedule that we can work together with. Okay. But the best thing would be for people to come tomorrow so we can get through most of the information, because tomorrow is an open day for me. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. 2024 is coming. Nothing happens without a plan. Nothing happens without a plan. If you're trying to accomplish something this year, or if you're trying to repatriate or retire or leave, you must have a plan, a workable plan that you have to put in motion step by step. You have to figure out how you're going to do that. No one can do that for you, but I can help you to prepare you to start making that move, to start initiating that process. It makes a huge difference to your stability, which is the necessity of what you are looking to do. You need stability, okay? Yes, there are people who come unplanned. There are people who didn't prepare and they're still here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are thriving while they're here. So there's a very big difference between thriving and surviving, and I want my people to thrive. I want people to make these transitions to go anywhere that they choose and feel comfortable and be happy within themselves that they've made the right move, and that that transition is beneficial to them and the Africans around them. Okay? So, let's get into it. Let's do the workshop tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time, July the 7th. July the 7th, first Sunday. Okay? So go ahead and send me an email. It is, it's very important. If this is on your list for 2024, you're going to get a lot out of these classes, a lot. Okay? So I look forward to your emails. Go ahead and send me your email and we can go from there. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.